My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 6, 2024. It is 7:04 a.m. I've already did my recording like around 1, I believe. I've edited already. So while I went to my other computer for the program to render the project, and I hop on Twitter and I saw some new tweets and I was like, what the hell? How come I didn't see them on my other computer? So I have about 10 tweets I want to share with you, and I want to go through them very quickly because around 8:30-ish I have to give the computer. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. I went over these numbers already, so nothing really changed except for the new videos that popped up at 6 a.m. This is the first tweet. From the posts I've seen, having Uncle Garry on, what is that? Is it, I think it's a reality show that he joined. I don't know the name of it. Okay, isn't working out so well. Okay, so let's see, what are they saying here? Okay, did Uncle Garry believe the receipt had disappeared? I wonder what he said. Let's see here. Kate and Wills have mud bath and learned to DJ at my £6 million Ibiza villa. Gary Goldsmith revealed intimate detail about the Duchess and Hello interview. That was 2013. What? 2013? The Squad? Oh my lord. Kate's uncle married a fraudster. How Gary's new wife swindled her bosses out of £250,000 to blow on fast living. Oh my goodness. When was that? 2013. Gail Goldsmith married Julie Ann Brown, who swindled her bosses out of £250,000. She spent the cash on a Rolex and Mercedes and holidays to Barbados. Oh, these people love to show off, but they don't have the money to do it, and then they're lazy. Kate's dodgy Uncle Garry and the new live-in lover who's £250,000 theft. What? So they have all of this. So now I see why they're trying to blame her for the things that she wore. Was a tiara that's missing? So they're gonna plug all of this. Oh my lord. May 2011. Okay, let me pause. I think that's my son who's telling me something. Okay, so let's continue. Duchess Catherine's Uncle Garry Goldsmith has been arrested. Oh my god. 2017, October 2017. The millionaire was charged with assaulting his wife. Oh my god. So could that be okay? I never knew about all of this. Okay, for some of you who probably just subscribed to my channel, I wasn't really into the Harry and Meghan, the royal family, all of that. It's because of the nonsense that they keep on throwing at Meghan made me take a second look. Okay, but I think I understand now why they went behind Harry and tried to model Meghan's reputation, because that wife has all of this within her family. Oh my lord. And then they bring out the half siblings, the father to come out and say all of this is to match the brother.
Right. So that may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
To say, okay, if this is that, now I understand, but still doesn't make sense. Then this guy take a look in the family. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe these happened after he married her. But still, wow, let me see if there's any kind. Kate Middleton sent her uncle, wife beater, Gary there's that here, to slander Meghan. How do I know? He pretends like Kate Prince, Harry's children, doesn't exist, so he can argue he should come back to be 3 months with his racist niece. His niece, who had concern about the Scanton. I don't know. So, is there any more comment? There's no comment, so let's go to the next tweet. I really want to make this really quick. There's more. Okay, this just popped up on my screen. What is that? Let's add it to it. Okay, so basically Katie Wadey wanted Prince Harry to be her third will, and she wanted to be his. All those times William will abandon her and prioritize other people. Wadey will attach herself to Harry like the limp pet she is. My goodness, that's what William's friends call her. What the? Okay, I remember this picture. So the squad are talking. All these on you. Okay, finally, the plan to bring back Harry and Meghan Markle to trickling down to the public through royal expert. Harry may have made it clear he's not happy with the plan. Surely the Duke and Duchess of Sussex won't leave their Archewell and businesses to go back. Definitely. Oh my goodness, this was not on the list, so let's put it right now. Let me pause. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, I spoke about this before in another video. Now, the minute that syndrome thing happened,
began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
and Harry understand the assignment. He was fully out. Not him who decided. The plan was already made for him to be out. So he focused on it. So now any decision he made once he's on his own, okay, making deal with people, trying to get work and all of that, now he has priority. The same way you see Harry suing people for whatever his personal reason might be. Once he make a deal with people, with all those $1 million of dollars that is being made, what do you think those people gonna do if Harry doesn't deliver? They're gonna sue his ass as well and say, we promised this, you promised me that, and I give you the money, now pay up. Okay, so Harry cannot leave just like that anymore. If, for instance, during the syndrome, there was the half in and half out, and everything was agreed upon, so now once Harry leave, when he's making deal, the consideration of the royal family will be intact. He will let the people he's making business with and said, look, I cannot do this at a certain time. I cannot do this, You know, the agreement with whoever business people he's making deal with will be intact. But they let him go. The brother literally hired Simon Case. This is why I cannot blame Simon Case. William told him to do something. They map out how he's gonna get out, and Harry was upset about it. William was happy with the result, so what's the problem? Okay, now Harry is doing his own thing without the thinking of the royal family, because there was no way back. They didn't want him back. Alright, so let me read this here. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle aren't happy with the plans. Okay, what plans is that? Speaking to Hit magazine, she said it's an extreme precaution to be planning for an instance in which Meghan and Harry will return to royal duties. However, she said, but from the rumors that he was willing to step in on some kind of official basis while the king is in treatment, I doubt it. If Harry and Meghan don't have their spokesperson come out and said, I don't believe this thing. Harry probably will uproot his family and fill in for the short term. But what about all the other people? William is not sick. They trained him since kid. They put in his head, this is his calling. That was his position. And then he was the one who kicked the brother out. Harry has nothing to do with that. I don't believe this rumor here. Okay, they're not coming back. Who needs the abuse? Yeah, that's for sure, but they can't keep dreaming. Why would they? Aren't there at least 5 other people in that family that can wave and cut ribbons on the no? Harry and Meghan have commitments and kids in school that Princess Sankey, Guy, Mama, Mia, and Paula can take off. Alright, it's not going to happen. They made their head clear. I, for one, hope they stay well clear of that cesspool. Nothing to gain in that dump. That's true. Okay, let the British media and the royal family dream. There's the laugh here. Harry said he will not be a working royal again.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family? No.
He did say he will be willing to do something for the Commonwealth. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Okay, back to my original list. This popped up on my timeline and I decided to share it with you. Oops, next tweet. Okay, so there's the Uncle Garry here. Whatever comes out of Gary's drug-dealing mouth regarding Meghan is really coming from Kate Middleton, his niece. Garry hasn't met Meghan, so all his info comes from Kate. What a trashy family. Leave Meghan alone. He better be careful so he doesn't get sued, because now Harry and Meghan are not under the control of the palace. So he better be careful. So there's no comment. There's retweet. Let me see if there's any post retweet. Are there? View quotes. Okay, so there's none. Let's move on. I don't know. I don't watch that show. I don't even know the name of the show. So he better be careful so he doesn't be sued for defame. Next tweet. Frankly, my dear, who the heck cares at this point? Nudity is no sin. Alright, so let's see this one here. This is another one that I saw after I did my recording. That's from Daily Beast. A model and filmmaker who partied with Prince Harry in Las Vegas when he stripped naked during a game of billiards has threatened to publish pictures of him naked on her OnlyFans page. Okay, so she's looking for a lawsuit. Again, Harry is not under the control of the palace. She could go ahead, and once it's out, you took it, I don't know, the deal with what was going on in Vegas, and plus it's only when Meghan was not in the picture. Okay, then what? Alright, you better be careful. I think there have been people, due to blackmail, the table have reversed. Let me look at this for a second really quick. Alright, so this is what I type here. Have anyone been arrested for blackmail in the US? So this is something that I find here. Okay, most states treat blackmail as a type of extortion or coercion, which involves threats of violence or other harm in order to compel a person to do something. Blackmail is generally classified as a felony, which could result in multi-year prison sentences and large fines. Alright, so there's that. So I guess proceed. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so that's that. There's this here. The next town shall visit. Welcome to F4 round. Find out. Exit 1 mile ahead. Enjoy your stay. Okay, she must have been holding on to these for all these years, hoping to cash in on them. Too bad for her. No one will buy them, and Harry can be blackmailed. Okay, there's the thing here. Blackmail, extortion, and everything. I just read that thing here. She will be infamous for being successfully sued. There it is there. Okay, wow, the royal family really is at the bare bone of existence. Does OnlyFans want to be sued? There's that. Isn't this revenge? Another one looking for her 15 minutes. The last one who said Harry hump her in the field has been long forgotten. We already saw Harry's naked pics from Vegas next. Okay, I still don't get why they think this will damage Harry. There's that. Go for it. I'm telling you, this is the best thing that Harry did for himself, and just let everything out. When I mean everything out, is that where he doesn't give a F anymore, and he deal with these people. Next tweet. And Harry doesn't mess around. Alright. Charles to Harry, quote, "You must understand, darling boy, the institution can't just tell the media what to do." Harry yelped with laughter. Quote, "It was like Pa saying he can't just tell his valet what to do." Alright, so she retweeted Emily Andrews here. The fact that KP exerted huge pressure on the British media not to publish the pic shows it wasn't a candid pap shot, and they didn't want it at all. Also, spare me your BS. That was deliberate to offset thesis. Paps are smart. This was not a setup. Okay, it's just a cleanup and aisle 5 for me here. Alright, so that was it. Let's go to the next one. Like I said, I don't want this video to be long. Yesterday, I didn't go to the gym. I plan on going today. Next tweet. So there's this here. What is that? 22 seconds. Now you want to change the rules when we have no senior working royals other than Anne. As you guys also said, quote, "We pay, you pose," when referring to Duchess Meghan. I've paid my taxes for 47 years. Someone better pose or we all want a refund. Who is that? Okay, Shane Boyle expert. From where? What? I guess it's from the UK. Boyle expert clown. Okay, so let's see here. There's no comment. Let me go into it. She retweeted it. Let's pause. When they become independent of taxpayers, maybe they can have the privacy they desire, but they belong to us. Remember, this has been the press's stance for the past 8 years. Don't change now. Okay, so let's see here.
The thing is, when the royal family becomes independent of taxpayers, maybe they can have the privacy that they so crave.
But hey, they are royal. I was going to say, they belong to us.
They do.
They do.
And they do. We pay for a lot of
there,
what
and they are fated, and they are the royal family because we like them to be. At the moment, we support that institution.
Also, the thing is, when
it's playing over. So I'm assuming this is an old shot where they were making reference to Harry and Meghan, where Harry and Meghan were putting the line, the private and public. I'm assuming, because I don't know when this video was recorded, and it's only 22 seconds. So now, whoever had a shot of this is saying, now you better do what you said you did. Don't change the rules now. There's the laugh here. Let's see here. Okay, can we ask this, there's the B word, if they still feel this way about Kate? Okay, so that's an article. Oh, so it went further. Okay, protecting the press of Wales' privacy and the digital age is proving more and more challenging. My analysis of that photograph, which I will not be published. Okay, I'm not gonna click on it. What in the hell? This is the thing. They're proving Harry and Meghan right every time. They're doing all of this to protect these people. And then they continue making their stupidity over and over again. Let me see. There's 187 comment here. So there's the one she retweeted. Okay. So the squad are coming with receipt and saying, you take picture. Was it? We pay you, you pose. I just went through that. Save us the sanctimonious speech, Cameron. You guys had no issue publishing front page pics of Prince Philip and his dying days. There's receipt here. Okay, responding from the USA. Why not publish photos of your missing Duchess? You had no problem publishing lies about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Your comment just highlighted your lack of integrity and ethics. You are not a professional journalist, just another gossip. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you for that. The online trolling has been appalling. I'm hoping that the Duchess of Sussex will speak out on condemn this. Why should she speak about on that? This has nothing to do with her. Why did they went and go out of their way? You know what the royal family need to do? Is stay off at the internet. stay off the internet. They probably breathe, live, and on the internet when people are talking and they feel the urge to respond. They don't know about blacking people. This is their problem. They're looking at the internet and then they feel like they had to respond, and then they create a lie on top of a lie. Harry and Meghan have absolutely nothing to do with that. I'll go into this. Okay, I'm hoping that the Duchess of Sussex will speak out and condemn this when she does her Texas gig. Why would she speak about that? She has nothing to do with that. If they ask her, I'm sure she has a response for that. I'll go into that in a few. The William and Kate privacy tour has begun. Oh, the irony. Okay, you can keep snakes in your backyard and expect them only to bite your neighbors. You know, eventually those snakes are going to turn and whoever has them in their backyard. Okay, she tagged Hillary Clinton. I guess she said that. Oh dear, so awful for her. But wait, what happened when Duchess of Sussex was and still is subject to a complete invasion of privacy? Or does KP, toxic British media, only worry about the white English votes? Is that an ad? Okay. We've been told the Princess of Wales will be back after Easter. That's all we need to know, even though we all miss her. I don't care. Okay, she deserves her privacy. That doesn't work for us because they will not let Harry and Meghan, live in peace. What was it? She was 8 months pregnant. They were still sending her to do things. Why?
Someone who is nearly 8 months pregnant, there's been a lot of flying this week for the Duchess of Sussex.
Okay, her privacy when recovering from operation. Okay, so let's go into that. Is it this one? Thank you for that. Okay, about Meghan responding. Let's see what some people... The effing stupidity of this tweet. You wanting a woman who has been bullied, maligned, and lied about for 8 years to defend the main culprit behind the bullying. Get the F out of here. Okay, are you kidding me? Did the royal court speak once in defense of Meghan when Jeremy Clarkson abused her? There's that. When her child was liked to a champ, Piers Morgan, Angela Levine, when these racist reporters go on all the talk shows to abuse Meghan almost every other day, please go away with your hypocrisy. Alright, like you lad spoke out when she was and is being abused to the extent that you lad say her children don't exist. Okay, like Kate has spoken out over the dreadful Clarkson's article, or to put the record straight that Meghan had made her cry when it was the other way around, plus numerous other incidents. The hypocrisy of the derangers is unbelievable. Alright, so that's that. Let's move on. I knew I had to get into that. Meghan has nothing to do with that. Who put the picture out? Who told TMZ to put the picture out? Meghan has nothing to do with that. Okay, next tweet. Am I reading this right? Where is Kate Middleton? Alright, so she retweet, not retweet, a screenshot of Piers Morgan. If the Princess of Wales is now well enough to be out and about in a car, which is great news, she should the paparazzi market by releasing a picture. Why he has to use those harsh words? Can he use something else? Okay. Phew, bit absurd that the rest of the world is seeing the TMZ photo, but Brits whose taxes pay for the royals can't. That's your people doing. I don't know. They were trying to respond to the US market. Meanwhile, the Sussex weather are everywhere. It may not be just people in the US who's talking about it. It could be anywhere in the world. My goodness. Like clockwork, the British media is pushing the KP narrative to convince the masses that the person in the car was Kate. I don't care for it, but this narrative of protecting her privacy and statement from KP in favor of protecting her from conspiracy theories is laughable. Rats eat anything, they fine. That's just nasty thinking about it. Well, now, okay, he's out of a job with Talk TV. I guess he gives 0 F. He's saying the quiet part out loud, which is that this is orchestrated. They released the fake pictures to TMZ because they want to make it seem that America cares so much about her and her recovery. Piers Morgan actually thought that was Kate shown in the car. I don't think he cares too much about it. It's just that he's throwing a dagger at the UK royals. It's just a dagger to say, okay, if this, then that. Piers need YouTube subscribers. Hello. Not me. No way. I'm sure they're gonna recommend me. I'm just gonna block and don't recommend. I don't follow him anywhere on social media. There's no way I would want his nonsense to pop up on my timeline on YouTube. Alright, next tweet. I have 3 more. Shit is coming down. The British Army said if Kitty can ride around with her mommy, she can get back to work. Okay, it's almost the same thing that the last screenshot of Piers Morgan is saying here. Alright, let's see here. Okay, Cameron Walker. I understand Kensington Palace was not consulted about the British Army's announcement this morning. It appears the Princess of Wales' attendance is not guaranteed at this age. New Princess of Wales scheduled to take part in a formal review ahead of trooping the colour, inspecting soldiers of the household division of colonel of the... Okay, so there's more to it. What is she gonna inspect? Oh my God, these people are really making a mockery of the institution. I guess they deserve it. Trooping the Colour, Saturday, 8th June 2024. Reviewed by Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales. Ticket prices seated. I think I read this somewhere. I was surprised that, people had to pay for it. Even standing. Whew. Wheelchair, $15. They don't care. Wow, they sell tickets to those events. I had no clue. I thought it was free. That's what I thought too. Okay, and she gets paid for the engagement by taxpayers. Surely this isn't right. Wow. Okay, and now they have retracted her appearance. All right, so there's this here. After this, that's it. This is getting interesting. So the military has not been communicating with the Kensington Palace before putting out such statement. Am I the only one who think Camila knew what was coming and she has done a runner? Okay, I'm loving every minute of it. OMG, I'm going to hell. Me too. They don't want who create all of that. They don't want who create all of that. Nobody else. So, and then I'm sure I can't wait until this is what I think gonna happen. Okay, while all this mess is happening, and then I think the Prime Minister gave a hint of that. He didn't say it, but the move that he did by letting Harry to see the Leveson inquiry documentation and all of that, this is a hint, okay? It's purely my speculation. And then seeing all the nonsense that's going on with the royal family. At one point, they're going to say they had enough. They're going to take those things away, and this is where they're going to abolish them because they're making a mockery of the institution. And then politicians have been looking for this position perfectly because they want control. The things that they want to do around the world, they cannot do it with the institution. So right now, while the institution is in disarray, go back to Pure White, is it Pure White TE, where I have the video, the firm. I gave a hint about this a couple years ago. I believe it was 2020. Okay, this is the same thing that is being played out right now. Okay, the Prime Minister gave Harry a hint that should alert the firm. I don't know if they're paying attention to that. Meanwhile, while a video that I recorded and edited already this morning, you have Jeremy Clarkson dining with them, going on vacation and all of that. This is another distraction for the royal family to not pay attention to the disarray that's going on. Okay, this is a team thing is playing here. Meanwhile, when they thought the palace, the Charles, the William thought the media was on their side, this is the distraction. The same way you see the media is trying to distract the people, and the royal family is good at that. Now the distraction, okay, is they're trying to distract the royal family from seeing what's really happening. And then you know who's part of that? The three in the marriage. Okay. So William, on the other hand, who doesn't understand reality, if Harry was over there, all this BS will not happen. All right. So did I read this already? Next tweet, I have 2 more. Do I feel sorry for Bulliam? No. He had a choice and he chose himself. Did they also tell him to beat his brother and drive him and his wife out of the UK? Did Harry not warn him? Okay. Is there any comment? This is extra. This is something completely different. So there's no comment. I'm going into that. Okay, so let's see here. So Greek media and TV news are openly writing and talking about a huge fight behind the scene between William Parker Bowles and Camilla Parker Bowles. It's being openly talked by British journalists. Apparently, he is blaming her for Okay, he's blaming her that he stood by her all these years in order to be accepted by the people, and she instead now... I mean, this is the stupidity with William. There's a video that I have. I don't think I made it public. It's NPYTE. William didn't know that Harry was the one that he should be protecting. The three in a marriage divide the brothers. This is exactly what I said. If this is true, allegedly, okay? If what I'm reading here is true. The three in a marriage was looking out for herself. She divided the brother because Harry was too smart. They tried to con Harry, but Harry didn't buy it. Okay? But instead, Harry is putting everybody on alert. But since he was down the line, he didn't have that much, the institution work and hierarchy. So they ignore him. So now, if William thought, the three in a marriage had his back, he's fully mistaken. Now it's too late. And he threw his brother out of there and hired a very technician to help draft a statement or whatever the deal to get rid of his brother. What did he think? Since Harry was young, Harry was not playing with these people, but he played along with it. They make it seem it's okay. Okay, partying with them and everything. There's Charles who's about to go. He doesn't give a shit. Okay, so let's read here. Apparently, he is blaming her that he stood by her all these years in order to be acceptable by the people, and she instead, now that she is queen, not only haven't supported him and Kate, but she has her close friend and the press attacking him.
That she started a campaign in the British press to pave the way for a marriage, and you wrote, I even wanted Camila to be happy. Maybe she'd be less dangerous if she was happy.
Mm-hmm.
How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press. And there was open willingness on both sides to trade of information. And with a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being queen consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that.
Good for you. Okay, you deserve that because you should have known. Okay, your brother, you help tarnish your brother, you help facilitate the hate toward your brother's wife, you deserve everything. Okay, if you had stood by the people, I've been saying this, if you had stood by the people, you don't care what the tabloids say. If you look at video 1, there's one of the Jeremy Vine videos, the caller calling them trailer trash. Okay, so there, if you had stood by the people, they will have your back. But you went against your brother, you went against everything, you aligned with the person who hated your mother. This, I cannot believe it. And I won't be surprised if it's not her who put nonsense in his head to dismiss the Bashir interview.
I would like to thank Lord Dyson and his team for the report. It is welcome that the BBC accepts Lord Dyson's findings in full, which are extremely concerning. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia, displayed woeful incompetence when investigating complaints and concerns about the programme, and were evasive in their reporting to the media and covered up what they knew from their internal investigation. It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others. It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation that I remember from...
When you saw her, which is mentioned in the documentary, when you saw her confront Camilla, were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised. This was the occasion of Camilla's sister's birthday. And she and the Prince of Wales went to this party, which to me was slightly surprising because Diana must have known this was going to be a difficult one, knowing that Camilla would be there. But that wasn't for me to say. I did my bit, we arrived. And I'll never forget it, because when Diana arrived at this house and this party, I don't think even the guests themselves were expecting Diana to be there. And it was like freeze-framing a picture from a period piece of history, people dressed in their black tie and dresses, and suddenly this was a complete shock that, you know, Diana had arrived. But anyhow, some hour later, I heard my voice being shouted out. I was having something to eat in the kitchen. And Diana said, "I can't find my husband or Camilla." And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do about that?" Well, she did say, "I want you to come with me." But anyway, we eventually confronted Giles and Camilla, who were sat on a sofa talking.
It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation.
I walk into the house and stick my hand out to Camilla for the first time and think she had got over that. We were all upstairs and I was chatting away, and I suddenly noticed that there was no Camilla, no Charles upstairs. So this disturbs me. So I make my way to go downstairs again. I know what I'm going to confront myself with. Try and stop me from going downstairs. Then I don't go down there. I'm just going to find my husband.
Somewhere else in the house. And Diana, remarkably calm, said to Camilla, "Look, don't treat me like an idiot. I know what's going on."
Camilla, I'd love to have a word with you if possible. And she looked really uncomfortable, put her head down. She said, "Oh yes, right." And I said to the two men, "Okay boys, we'll just have a quick word with Camilla, and I'll be up in a minute." And they shot upstairs like chickens with no heads. And I could feel upstairs all hell breaking loose. What was she going to do? Let's sit down. So we sat down, and I was terrified of her. And I said, "Camilla, I'd just like you to know that I know exactly what's going on." And she said, "I don't know what you're talking about."
And at that point, Camilla said something really strange, which, as I said in the film, never really understood it. She said, "It's okay for you. You've got two wonderful boys."
It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said.
And I said, "I know what's going on between you and Charles, and I just want you to know that." And she said to me, very interesting, she said to me, "You've got everything you've ever wanted. All the men in the world fall in love with you. You've got two beautiful children, what more would you want?"
She said, "It's okay for you. You've got two wonderful boys." Now, I knew at this particular point, any chance of any reconciliation here was seriously out of the question.
And I didn't believe what she said anyway. So I said, "I want my husband." And she said, "Well," and she looked down the whole time. I said to Camilla, "I'm sorry I'm in the way. I obviously am in the way. And it must be hell for both of you. But I didn't know what's going on, don't you? No, I can do it."
The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others. It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation.
Now, I knew at this particular point, any chance of any reconciliation here was seriously out of the question.
Alright? Calling your own mother paranoid. Now, Princess Diana is doing her job. Okay, let's see here. He also blamed her and his father for having him made that statement about that. Oh, I didn't even read it. I just said it. I didn't even read that part. Okay. Come on. Okay, let's see here. But she has her close friend and the press to attack him. He also blamed her and his father for having him made that statement about Diana being paranoid and dismiss her interview. That's your undoing. Didn't you have an eye and ear? Didn't you have an eye and ear? He said it was a huge mistake. That's too bad. It's too late now. You already said it. You should have the common sense to analyze. The video was there for you to see. And then you went on national television to ban that video from being aired ever again. That's your undoing. Didn't you think that was your father and the mistress, okay, of doing? So they could stay clear? Good for you. Okay, he said it was a huge mistake. He should have known better. And people just won't get over it and has made the Diana culture turn against him. Oh, really? You should have known. Okay, I don't know. This is pure speculation. I don't know if it's true, but I'm reading this. Whoever's saying that, that's just too bad. You said it. It's done with. people move on. Harry had responded on it. Okay, she did not force his mouth open to say his own mother was paranoid. Thank you. Okay, her millions of fans will never forget that. He was seen laughing with the mistress and with his cousin on separate occasion, and what seems to be a mocking Meghan. William, listen, is a real bitch, man. Yup, there's more to this here. No sympathy from me for Bulliam. He threw his brother under the bus and deserves everything he gets. That's it. I had no idea he had this much insight. If only he will go the whole way and really reflect on how he stabbed Harry and Meghan in the back. Alright, so there's that here. Alright, wow, thanks for this, Nina. There's that. Okay, William still refuses to accept responsibility for his own failure. Who is William Parker Bowles? He threw his mom and brother, sister-in-law under the bus on many occasions, and he clearly chose the wrong woman to trust. He needs to take accountability for that. You can't escape the consequences of your action, even if you're the king or the king's son. Like I said, when I was reading I think it was an article regarding a review of the court case for Harry's security. One of the things that I said, for him to hire Simon Case, who in my view, in my humble opinion, I don't know if Case had any personal knowledge of the things between the brothers. I'm not going by that at all. But if he goes blindly and the brother hire him to help draft his brother out of working royal, there must be a deep, deep inside hate within William for him to do this. Because you cannot hate your brother that much to go this far. Okay? And then Harry was willing to work half in and half out, and things was already made, the decision was already made, and you kick your brother out.
Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
There has to be a deep, deep inside hate within William to do that. Okay? This is why I cannot blame Simon Case. If other things arises, okay, there's other things that I'm not aware of, I will analyze it based on what was said in court and other things. Okay, other variables. Then my opinion will change. But for now, based on what I've read, my opinion does not change for Simon Case. Okay, I'm not saying he's the perfect guy or anything, but the kind of things that I was reading before I was aware of what I know now, it changed. Okay, next tweet. The court is no longer cooperating and doing the snake's bidding, and this is creating a war of the roses. Okay, the War of the Roses. That's from the thing I just read. I think it's making reference to the War of the Roses, Tudor versus the back door. It's open warfare behind the palatial curtains. There's this, haha, my world. There's this. I love that for them. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. All of these good tweets I didn't see before. So any other things that I see will be for tomorrow morning's recording. This is my last one. Okay, so this is me who responded to a tweet. Alright, let's go from the beginning. There's no sound on this, by the way. Okay, so now there's 3 people. Okay, let's be clear about something. Not everybody that goes after that family, KKK and Prince William, are squaddies, the Sussex squad. Some are squaddies, some are anti-monarchists, and some are just people who are seeing the lies, double standard, etc., the BS. Alright, so there's no sound. Okay, only for a second. And it's showing the abolish the monarchy. Let's pause it. Okay, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay, so there's all of this regarding the abolish the monarchy. So there's some comments here. They want people to believe that it is only the squatters, but that's not true. Abolish the monarchy trend almost every day. There's the laugh here. They don't only have the squatters against them. People are coming out of every corners and country, including the Commonwealth, for that family. Okay, we want privacy. All right, so there's me here. And they, that family, not making it any easier for themselves. The members that are about to join Betty, I'm talking about the old guy specifically, Betty, are stepping up barely to help the younger ones. They're actually giving the people reasons to get rid of them. Okay, oh, so there's more comment here. Okay, the few people that sit on Twitter all day calling themselves Sussex Squad are genuinely mad, sad, vile people and whatever. But I think what Bulliam did, allegedly, if whoever allowed TMZ to publish that image, them, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, they must be looking on Twitter, seeing the discussion, and then try to respond to it. Instead, it backfired. All right, so that's that. Let's see, anything else before I stop? Okay, look what I found. I just put it on my list here. This is my last one, definitely. Will King Charles be that depraved to tell the world he has cancer when he doesn't? Huh? What is going on? Okay, if he is indeed lying, he is surely one of the worst human beings I've ever witnessed. Remember, I did say at the beginning, I didn't believe him. Okay, so let's see. Who knows? Maybe, in my humble opinion, with what's going on with the sun right now, with the air, maybe it was, I don't know. Could it be the twin, the marriage, who suggests that? I'm telling you, I always thought of her as a mole within the institution. But let's listen. It's only 38 seconds. There will be a screenshot.
Public eye for so long. So I think, you know, what Charles did was a great thing with the prostate.
Well, he didn't tell us what. But hang on, he didn't tell us what cancer he had.
No, he did. Well, he didn't. He doesn't have cancer. But what he had was he was having a prostate procedure.
Yeah, he's good.
Wait. She blew it out by accident. Let me rewind it slightly. Well, let's start all over.
Public eye for so long. So I think, you know, what Charles did was a great thing with the prostate.
Well, he didn't tell us what. But hang on, he didn't tell us what cancer he had.
No, he did. Well, he didn't. He doesn't have cancer. But what?
Oh my God! Under pressure, they tell the truth.
It's been 17 months since he saw his dad. Last saw him at the coronation, where he was sullen.
Maybe that's not.
I'm sorry. No, you don't wait until your dad has cancer.
No, we don't know whether they've been speaking over the telephone.
We do know, Jerry.
Well, no, we know because some reporter has mentioned it.
We do know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to the press.
That's what.
What in the name? What in the name? Then they say he had cancer, and then they're saying it's a good thing, so people could, you know, that, oh my Lord. One more time.
I think, you know, what Charles did was a great thing with the prostate.
Well, he didn't tell us what. But hang on, he didn't tell us what cancer he had.
No, he did. Well, he didn't. He doesn't have cancer. But what he had was he was having a prostate procedure.
Yeah, he's good.
He let it be known.
That's what. The cancer came out. I remember saying, why do they wait that long to tell people about the cancer thing? Because at first, they said he was going to do a regular checkup. And then the following week, they said he has cancer. And I was like, are they trying to drip the sympathy for him? I remember saying this. Okay? They make people believe the first time when they say he's going to have this procedure, it's nothing to worry about, it's da. Then the next week, they say he has cancer. So they say he doesn't have cancer. All right, so let's finish listening. What did I say? Okay, I was talking to my son. Okay, I'm starting all over completely.
Public eye for so long. So I think, you know, what Charles did was a great thing with the prostate.
Well, he didn't tell us what. But hang on, he didn't tell us what cancer he had.
No, he did. Well, he didn't. He doesn't have cancer. But what he had was he was having a prostate procedure.
Yeah, he's good.
He let it be known. I don't know if it is.
No, he had an enlarged prostate.
Prostate.
He had a prostate test.
Yes.
The prostate was fine.
Yes.
But he was diagnosed with cancer of another part.
What?
Okay, so we don't know what part that.
I can't say what it is but I know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I do. But the thing is,
she's so focused on trying to get what's in her head out of her mouth. She doesn't care. So she probably telling the truth here.
That what he did in a public eye.
Oh my goodness. Because they were praising him for doing all of that. I don't know. These people, a few minutes of praise. You don't need to do all of that. Oh my God. Let's see here. These royal sources, etc., are just glorified gossip. Okay, let's pause this. This is the third royal rat claiming they know the type of cancer Charles has. There's the rolling eye. Why the big secret? I swear up and down, all the toxic British media knows how to do is lie and obfuscate. If Chuck lied about having cancer, he's done, along with the monarchy. I don't know why they did that. I said from the beginning, and I keep on putting after I say I don't believe it, just in case if he has it, so I don't sound so harsh, because it just didn't seem right to me. Okay, she definitely said he doesn't have cancer. Yep, that's what he said. She. Okay, then went on to say that she does know what's wrong with him. This is a heinous lie if what she says is true. Okay, why did she really just say what I think she said? Okay, that's an ad. Well, it turns out one of our suspicions was true, isn't it? I was saying that then, so I don't, there's my favorite brand, clock. So I don't sound so harsh and mean for someone who has cancer. I was like, I said allegedly, and I put somewhat of the things just in case if he does. But deep inside, I don't think he really has. Okay. Oh wow. Truth is stranger than fiction. They seem to know everything about the royal principles except where's Kate. All right. So that is that. I'm not gonna throw any prayers. Like I said, baggage for God. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So let me see how far I could get with this. How do you call this? Editing, because I've already done the editing for today. That's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.